What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Parky. Today, we're doing things a little different here on the channel. And by different, I mean, I'm going to be holding my Blue Yeti microphone, I'm going to be talking into my camera and giving my review over the medium. Riveting. But before we jump into it, I just want to say, if you haven't already, don't forget to booty bump that like button and subscribe for me. It really helps the channel out a lot. I'm also going to leave links to my Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all my socials down below. Like me there, let's interact, chit, chat, and do all the good stuff. Without further ado, let's crack straight into it. For those of you that just want the number score, you don't really care about my thoughts or my opinions or anything I have to say, then fine. That's fine. I'll just give you my number review right now so you can leave after I give it to you.
9 out of 10!
That's right, 9 out of 10 is my score for the game. We're gonna dive into what I like, what I don't like, and just my overall thoughts of the game. So let's begin with the shorter of the two, which is what I don't like. And honestly, it's really not even that bad. It's the gameplay. Not to say the gameplay is dog shit. I mean, it's not horrible. It's just kind of basic and it's I guess kind of boring after a while. And all you do is like you just run around, you push buttons, you sneak, you hide, you push more buttons, you interact with objects. Oh yeah, you push buttons after that. There's a guy who's trying to chase you down, so you run through a mirror, then you sneak and you hide, and you got to go push more buttons. That's basically the gist of the gameplay. Definitely nothing riveting, to say the least. But you know, that doesn't really detract from the rest of the experience, because what the medium has to offer between the voice acting, the characters, the story, just the whole development, it literally feels like you're playing an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Like just all the twists and turns and the attention to detail and how the environment was created and the atmospheric noises and the music, and like we have a really good package here. So without spoiling too much on the story side, you play as a medium named Marianne. You begin in, I believe it's her father's apartment, and let me tell you what, pretty much the moment you step foot out of that apartment, the medium spookiness really cranks up, man. That game just really sucks you in. Heck, even whenever I was inside of that apartment, I still just had like some tension kind of on the back of my neck. You know, I feel like there was a ghost there ready to get me, slowly breathing on my neck. Am I gonna leave that in there, or am I gonna remove that part? But yeah, right from the start, the game really does grab your attention with some spookiness. I'm really trying to dance around what happens, because for those people that haven't played the game, I don't want to ruin anything, because I went in completely fresh whenever I played it, and I'm very glad I went in fresh whenever I played that game, because Lord, all the spooks, there's very few jump scares. I hate jump scares, just so you know, but just the amount of like spookiness and creepy things that are there, like it's good. I'm trying to do two thumbs up. Oh yeah, I was talking about the story, my bad. So basically you play as a medium, Marianne. You get a call about some girl who died, some little girl who died or something, and the guy tells you need to go to this resort place to get some more details about it. So basically you just like, okay, I'll go over there. So then you decide to go over to this abandoned, spooky, creepy resort, and like the moment you get there, weird stuff starts happening. Heck, even before you get there, weird stuff starts happening. But Marianne progresses on forward, and she keeps going, and things happened. And that's pretty much all I feel like I can say without spoiling too much. Just the amount of character development and story development, and the way they take the whole turn, like how the game just flows. It's incredible. And that's the number one thing for me that really stood out in the medium, was just how they wrote the story and how they wrote the characters. Like, you're gonna be expecting things you wouldn't even guess in 10 years. Well, that's actually not true. One person in my stream was she was pretty smart on picking things up and figuring things out. Maybe I'm just kind of dumb. Could be that. Sometimes I feel like I'm pretty dumb. So yeah, story, the number one big factor for me that made the game so incredible. Some other great things too. The graphics are super nice, and the game works really well when it's having to run the two worlds, because that's another cool feature about the game, is it does this little split screen this way, vertical or horizontal, that shows the spirit realm along with the earth realm, and it's having to load both of those worlds at the same time. The game is optimized and runs surprisingly well while trying to simulate these or run these two worlds. I didn't really have any issues with frame rate drops. I had no frame rate drops. I had no stuttering. There was a couple times where textures were kind of slow to load in, but that wasn't like a consistent issue or anything like that. The game ran fine on my computer. The specs on my computer, in case you're curious, it's an i7 7700. I got a GTX 1080 and 16 gigs of RAM. So definitely not the latest and greatest, but you know, my computer ran this next gen game just fine. I'm not sure how the game runs on the Xbox Series X. I would imagine it probably runs pretty good because these next gen consoles are powerful. Actually, I think they might be a little more powerful than my computer. So I would venture it runs 60 frames, 4K just fine on the Series X. Another thing that I really loved about the game was just the level design and the art for the game. The art team and the level designers freaking smashed it out of the park. Things were really dark, spooky, gritty, eerie. What are some other synonyms I can think of? All those words. They made the world feel like it was alive. Alive. I don't want to say too much more than that. You're gonna have to play the game and figure that out on your own. It feels like it was lived in, like it just sucks you in, man, between the characters, the story, the atmosphere. That like this whole game really just sucks you in. If you just give the game like 15-20 minutes of you playing through it, then you're gonna be wondering like, oh, what's gonna happen to Marianne? What's up with that child killer? Who killed the little girl? You know, you're gonna be thinking all these things, and then before you know it, you're like 8 hours into the freaking game, and the credits are rolling. That's another thing too. The game does give you a trigger warning. Lord knows I needed that trigger warning based off how this game ended. That's all I'm gonna say. So I think that's pretty much it for my review of the Medium. I'll leave a list somewhere here on the screen. Yeah, somewhere on the screen, kind of listing some pros and cons. Definitely kind of rambled a little bit. This is my first time doing a video styled like this. We'll see how it goes. I definitely enjoy holding my Blue Yeti mic and talking directly in my camera in my apartment while it's snowing outside. I hope you liked as much as I did. Yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to hip thrust that motherfucking like button. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And as I already said, I'm gonna leave links to my socials down below. Have you played the Medium? What do you think about the Medium? Have you not played it? Why haven't you played it? If you have Xbox Game Pass, you should probably play it. As always, y'all take it easy. Peace.